Good afternoon, Mojave County. This is Janssen Villegas, a.k.a. Jan Daddy V, and I'm here with the wonderful Joey Merrigan, owner of Mattress Land.
How y'all doing today?
You know, we're here to...
good to see you.
Yes, good to see you, my man.
Always a pleasure.
I got us some Red Bulls here, not because I'm looking for any sponsorship by anyone in particular.
Brought to you by Red Bull.
So, Joey, I brought you on because, one, you're extremely community-oriented. You have a lot of energy. I've made a few videos with you. I love watching your videos.
And they're always a blast, dude.
They're
always a blast.
So it's dope. And I just wanted to kind of, touch on a few subjects. I mean, I personally admire, the salesman that you are, the person that you are in the community. And I wanted to kind of pick your brain on, how you got where you're at and how you were able to obtain so much success.
My life's an open book, man. I don't hold nothing back. People that know me know that as well.
That's great.
It's just blessed to be in a awesome community, you know what I mean? I love your guys' videos too, and me and my two older brothers are business partners. We're a three-way partnership in Mattress Land and Furniture, and Mike, my brother, he always compares me to Findlay.
Oh, really?
He goes, because we love your guys' posts. We love the funny, stupid videos that you guys do out here in the used car lot, or you do up at the new thing, and Mike's like, dude, he goes, you need to be like Findlay. And then when my boy Chase was working for y'all, he would say that some of the managers would be like,
shout out Chase.
Shout out to Chase. What up, dude?
Yeah, man.
And he would say that, he goes, they'd bring Mattress Land into some of their meetings going, hey, look at those guys, how they are. And it's just a cool thing that we have this online persona that we're doing. And I'm just blessed to be in the position I'm in. And it's not the financial stuff or anything, but being able to help people out, man.
Absolutely.
It's what we do. It's been since day one. We've been open coming up on 16 years. Mm-hmm. And it's since day one, the only way we've grown is by giving back to the community.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? We were both raised in this town.
Yes.
So my whole family was. My mom and dad packed us up and moved us here, I think, in 77. So.
Yeah, word of mouth goes a long way. I don't think you can be a successful salesperson in a community like this unless you are genuine, you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Like I've had success in sales by just being essentially what they call a customer advocate, where all I want to do is please the customer. That's all I care about, and it's played out great for me. I have a good word of mouth, and you have a great word of mouth, and I really enjoyed working with Chase.
And it's a following, man. People know you guys. People know you.
Absolutely.
People know me, and then people that don't even know me, they know me from being online.
Yes.
You know what I mean? From making posts, and. I'm still trying to catch up to your guys' level of posting, man. But
well, your energy is far up there, you know what I mean? But we have a lot of friends, like Donnie edited majority of the videos that we made when we were on the sales floor. So those and actually any video that I made that was relevant to a vehicle, I actually ended up purchasing that vehicle.
Really?
Yeah. So I sold myself on the video. I was the only sale. I was the only sale that came out of those videos.
Now, do you get a mini when you sell yourself a vehicle?
No, they give me an X on the board. No mini.
Okay, I'll take an X, dude. A lot of times it's about that, dude. Yeah. It is, man. At our store we got a little board there, and it's just. You get an X if somebody walks, and you get a gold star if somebody buys.
Oh, cool.
It doesn't matter the amount. It doesn't $5 lamp or a $50,000 house full of furniture, man.
Absolutely.
And the deal is with sales, in my opinion, everybody gets the same respect. I don't care if you're buying the used floor model that we have a red tag on, or a $299 bed in the box, or you're buying a $8,000 Tempur-Pedic, man. You get the same deal, man.
Yeah,
absolutely. Same customer service, the same respect. Nothing matters like that.
Absolutely. So I see, because I follow you on Facebook and stuff, and I have you on Snapchat, and I see how much fun you have vacationing, man. Like I very much enjoy watching your vacations.
I try, man.
What was your most recent one?
What month is this? This is November, right?
November, Turkey month.
I'm going to say July. 4th of July. We go down I got a brother in Texas City, Texas.
Cool.
And we go out there, take the whole family, and he has a fireworks show. He has a house on the lake. Yeah, so he does his own fireworks show, man. It's about as big as the AV fireworks show in his backyard.
That's crazy. You guys were like on a dock and stuff, weren't you?
He lives on a lake, on Moses Lake in Texas City, and he sent one of his employees to pyrotechnic school, and it just grew. It grew from some idiots with bottle rockets and lighting them with a hand lighter to being a thing. You
like
know what I mean? Like a full-on. We bring barges out and we set them all up. And the guy, Dennis Wood, shout out Dennis Wood.
Shout out Dennis Wood.
And he gets on his computer and he does it all computerized with music and stuff. And it's a good family.
How is
deal,
that?
man.
Like, do they like press a button and then release a relay? Or
Yeah, there's some kind of program or something that's above my pay grade, man.
Right.
I don't. My brother, he goes. No one even talked to him. He's got stuff he's got to try to figure out because not only is he working the keyboard, but he's out there plugging everything in where it needs to go, and there's thousands of fireworks out there, that could be stupid.
Absolutely.
There's always a fire sometime.
Yeah,
it's kind of a
that's
fun
the beauty.
thing.
It's like the tradition. If you don't have like a brush fire, you didn't have fireworks, right?
Right, exactly. That's how it was all the time. I've been watching them over there across the river. All right, what's burning?
Yeah, exactly. Literally, that's what it is. Fireworks, brush fire.
Same reason why anybody would ever watch NASCAR.
Yeah.
To see a wreck.
Go watch UFC fights, see a knockout.
Right, that's what you want to see. You want to see
Absolutely.
something. So that's where we're at. And then it's funny you say that because we're planning a little. Me and my brothers, we're taking all of our family, extended family, to going on a vacation for Thanksgiving, getting out of town. So I'm nervous about that. I'm nervous about not being at the store for Black Friday because we got a huge Black Friday deal going on. It's always our biggest sales day of the year.
Absolutely.
You wouldn't think that with the furniture store, but we get people that show up early or waiting out there, and we're serving them coffee and donuts.
Heck
and,
yeah.
It's a cool little thing.
I feel like anybody that's in the market for anything retail probably thinks Black Friday is relevant to all industries.
To every industry, right?
So like
right.
anybody that's looking for furniture or mattresses are going to be like, well, let's go on Black Friday.
Right. Everybody does that, man. They come in, they're already asking all the time, hey, man, what's your special? What's your special? I don't know, man. You got to show up and follow us on whatever and learn what's going on. So we always try to put a lot into that. And we didn't know it at first that furniture would be a thing.
Right.
Especially with how weird the world is today with both cars. We were just talking about it before the lights came on. Getting the right chips for the right trucks, getting a couch, but you don't want it in this brown. You want to special order it in green.
Right.
It's everything is weird on the planet. Everything is weird. So there's wait times for special order stuff.
Right.
The benefit that me and Mike did at Mattress Land is for the last year and a half that this world's been a mess, we've been making orders of furniture and just leaving blank tags on them. So we have trucks coming in monthly, weekly, daily, always. So every 4 months we'd put in a big order of furniture. So because we sell off our floor.
So you stay stocked.
Because you can't stay in business without products.
Yeah.
So as opposed to the big box store competitors that are in town or people, whatever, I get people that come in from Havasu, Vegas, Henderson, Kingman. I've delivered to Cottonwood up there. Yeah, Sedona. I've delivered to Sedona.
Do you guys fulfill orders that large, like where you fill a whole house with furniture?
Yep, absolutely.
Wow.
Especially lately, with the influx of people escaping California to come to Arizona, a lot of times they're just coming in with a blank slate. They sold their house over there for stupid money. They come over here and they buy our houses at a great discount.
Absolutely.
And then they come in, fill them up.
They still have money left over to fill it with furniture.
I send them up there to see you guys all the time,
Heck
man.
yeah.
They come in. So we're just there to suit their needs, whatever they need.
Sounds like you guys prepared pretty well for this type of thing to happen.
Especially mattresses, it's a big deal. Getting Tempur-Pedics, we have in stock, so you can. Our slogan that I do online is "Buy it today, enjoy it tonight."
Yeah.
So that's on most things that are in the store. You can literally, if the truck's already gone for the day, our slogan is "Buy it today, enjoy it tonight." That means if you want it, you can take it with you, man. There's recliners that are good to go. There's wall art. I mean, you've shopped there. All the teams shopped. Everybody here. Rob did his house. Rob got his Tempur-Pedic.
Oh, we did a video around his.
Out there. That was awesome.
When he was buying his mattress and stuff.
That was fun times.
That was cool.
Yeah.
I also see that you you enjoy deep sea fishing and that sort of thing. Do you do any fishing out here in this area?
I do. Not as much as I'd like to, not as much as I did.
Is it harder because this is like your work
Right, because when I'm here, I'm just like, okay, I got to do stuff.
Nonstop.
Just like today is my day off.
Right.
Started out at 8:30 this morning. I had a meeting at Fort Mojave Mattress Land. Just had to go get a haircut. Meeting with you. I got another meeting with Dominic.
And then this morning you did
the holiday Firefighters Holiday Toy Drive. Shout out to Jeff Jackson. What's up, Jeffrey?
Jeffrey. Doing good stuff out there.
He does, dude. That guy goes so over and beyond, and it's such a good thing for our small little community. It's he figured out that in the 10 years that I've been helping him with it or sponsoring it, that there's 100 kids, $1,000 a kid. So he's figured in the 10 years that he's raised through the program that we're doing $1 million just for toys for the little kids.
That's
man.
amazing.
And it's a big deal. Just like everybody does something, but it's that one counts, man.
Yeah, it's been really cool. Like I've had the luxury and the privilege of being invited to a lot of community-oriented events, and like Rob and Shane, they'll tell me like, hey, we're doing something. We'd like you to be there, and it's super cool to see how many people in this community genuinely are like designated to help.
1,000,000%.
Yeah.
We were talking about that today with Jeff on the Firefighters Holiday Toy Drive. It's just, whenever you see something where a family's burned out of their house or something like that, it's awesome that this little community, I've seen so many times, I can't even count, where the community just pulls together to help families out, man. Whatever it is, it doesn't matter how big or how little it is, or if you're beating your chest, oh, look what I did. It's not that. It's just everybody comes together and pitches in. You know what I mean?
It's just like human nature, like what it should be.
Right. One of the cool things that we did this last year, we got a phone call for this family. It was a mother, father, and 4 or 5 kids that they were in poor living conditions, and Habitat to Humanity came in, tore down their house, built them a new house, and they called us, and we were able to go in there with my design team and furnish it front door to back door. And that was cool to be there and to be a part of, but the coolest part was watching them walk through the door of their new forever home. And then knowing that the kids were happy, the kids had their own bed, they're not sleeping together, they got their own rooms. Everything about it was so cool, and how many different companies in our little speck on the map pulls together to help other people out, man. That's truly what it's all about.
Yeah, and there's being able to influence a life in any positive manner. I think there's no greater satisfaction. Like, there are humans on the earth that only live to do those kind of things. Right. And it's been cool, especially like, I don't come from anything, and thank God I've been able to obtain success in the car industry and just make good relationships. But if you're not doing things to genuinely influence, or even like a simple thank you to a veteran, like, it goes a long way.
It's so many people go through their life with blinders on that don't look left or right. They're so consumed with self. Right. And that's just something that, part of my 12-step recovery program that I am, man, it's about doing stuff for others, man.
You have to.
We joked around just the other night. It's called doing good for nothing. Do something good for somebody, but don't tell nobody. It's hard. It's hard to do.
It's weird that it's hard to do.
It's weird that it's hard to do, because we're all, in my opinion, everybody's an egomaniac. Everybody wants to be in the limelight, and everybody wants to be Instagram famous or whatever. Yeah. But when you can actually go help somebody out and not say a word about it, don't say it to that, don't say it to your wife, your kids, or anything, and just for the, and there's such a good rewarding feeling by doing that. And it could be the smallest gesture, whether you buy some guy sitting on the corner a sandwich or a soda pop or something, you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
It's just something that small can change somebody's direction, man.
Absolutely. So, if you're out there, help the elderly, hold those doors open.
Thank the military.
Thank the military.
The police, the firefighters.
It's human nature. It's not difficult to be kind. It's I think it's harder to go against the grain of your integrity, and not do the right thing.
And everything is weird now with the whole cancel culture thing. People are just, not.
I don't like that.
Stop, dude. Right.
It's weird. I don't like it.
Right.
And I don't do it.
No, me neither.
We have a big American flag hanging up on the wall over there.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
I was eating salmon the other day with the spoon. And I was questioning it.
Back up. Hold the press. Jeff, pause. You're eating salmon with a spoon.
Yes, it was a spoon.
Okay.
And I was interrogated for it.
Jesus Christ.
And all I had to do was point at that American flag. And I said, I'm at liberty to eat the salmon with my spoon if I'd like.
But why were you eating salmon with a spoon?
I had no fork. Okay. I was being innovative. All right. If I was going to make a
fork, I think
it
would have turned into finger food by that point.
Yeah, but at that point I felt a little.
Couple pencils, chopsticks.
Yeah, because I got my peers there, so I can't do it. But it plays out. So again, and I like talking about the fishing stuff because it's one of the things that I like to do.
Dude, I love it.
Deep sea fishing. What would be like a good step one for anybody that's not been deep sea fishing? And it's not for me, but I'm asking for a friend or whatever.
Yeah, dude, you can go deep sea fishing. It's okay. I'll call you next time I go.
It's not hard to do, right? It's
no. Here's the deal. It's I usually go out of H&M Landing out of San Diego. There's a bunch of boats out there. There's some really good skippers, and it's just about, you go on. I go on one of the boats where it has about 25 to 30 people on there. They're called cattle boats or whatever. But I like to go on a 2 to 3 day trip. It's perfect because the experience of sleeping out on the boat.
Right.
It's all the guys being guys out there, dirty. They're drinking, cussing. We're playing poker at night, fishing.
As it should be.
Yeah, right. It's just a fun time, and everybody on the boat is happy to help a rookie. All right, here, hey, don't tie it like that. These are big fish. You're going to snap your line. Do this, do this. So it's a community out there too of these guys.
Do you guys have a captain that has to? Because usually, like on the shows that I watch, it's like the captain runs the show for the most part, or is it once you get to a particular experience level, you're at liberty to do as you wish?
No, they're still running the show because
you
everybody, you got to fish towards the wind. Okay. Because otherwise your line gets tangled up. You got to walk along the rail like the boat. Okay, everybody step forward, step forward. They're out there directing traffic because a lot of times it's a bunch of us idiots out here who are more concerned about what's under the water instead of watching left and right.
Okay.
Because you're trying not to, when you got 20 lines in the water, catch a fish, it's easy to get a big old knot and stuff. So it's a good time, and I've taken the boys out a bunch of times, chasing Cameron and my Tempur-Pedic rep from Vegas. He's Lucas. He's the one that's always going out with us all the time. But I always try to go get a line wet once or twice a year out there, man.
Cool.
So,
do you think you've? Oh, is it dangerous out there? I mean, it's like with marlin and stuff like that.
The weather, it can get stupid seas. So if you turn green, if you get seasick, I mean, I eat a Dramamine before I get on the boat. And I've never been seasick. Knock on wood. That's not real wood.
So you would know I wouldn't. I'm
right. This is not real wood. But there you go. Yeah. I've never got seasick, but still once in a while I'll eat a Dramamine just before I go, just to get my stomach right, because you can be out there in some 10-footers, and just rolling. So usually there's one, maybe two people chumming over the side while people are fishing, you know what I mean?
Cool.
And once you get that green look, man, it's not going away for nothing, man. You're stuck with it. You got to go outside.
So then you have to just do fetal position.
Yeah, you got to get outside, get fresh air, and just stare at the horizon. You got to look at something that has a balance. You can't look up or down.
No, I bet.
But you catch a bunch of species of fish. That's what I like, whether it's tuna, bluefin tuna, yellowfin tuna, yellowtail, dorado, not marlin. They don't. Once in a while, somebody will hook one and it'll snap.
So I lived in Rocky Point, and out there they
You lived in Rocky Point?
Yeah, I was. So I had mentioned this on the last video, but I actually got deported when I turned 18.
Really?
Yeah. So I had a 180-day grace period to leave the country legally. So I returned legally. So I left legally because I was brought here when I was a baby, and then throughout my life, 17 years, I was here. So you
went to school here and everything?
Yeah, everything.
And then you got deported?
Yeah, and then I turned.
Look at that.
Yeah, so it was like all my friends were going on senior trips, getting licenses. When Chili's first opened, I went and pretty much got hired, but then my Social Security it wouldn't work, you know what I mean? So that was heartbreaking, but it was a great experience. And I traveled to Baja. I went through Ensenada, San Luis, and I went to El Golfo, which is a little small fishing village where they're using buoys and net. And So out there they have little
Pachanga boats.
Pachanga, they're called exapangas.
Right.
So they tell you, like, out there they radio each other whenever the west wind starts coming. So they tell you, hey, el oeste, and it implies get your ass back to land because the wind will take you, And in the time that I was there, I was only there for like 4 months. There was one boat that disappeared.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So it's a little interesting. But I lived in Rocky Point, and I worked for Al Capone Seafood and Pizzeria, and they would always go catch grouper and sea bass for the restaurant that I worked at. And I put my hand inside one of the grouper gills, and I got all cut up.
Right.
And I didn't know that the gills were like that inside. Yeah. Has anything like that ever happened to you?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, really?
It's happened because everybody gets excited. Your adrenaline's pumping when you catch a fish, and you want to try to grab it. But different fish have different teeth, man. One of the worst ones is when I was in Minnesota ice fishing, I caught a northern pike. And if you Google northern pike and look at their grill, they got long, sharp teeth.
Yeah.
And we were catching walleye, and they got long, sharp teeth too. But I knew better than to thumb a walleye like you would a bass.
Right.
And I think it was my brother got up to go pee outside, and his bobber went brink, and I grabbed his fish, and I'm fishing it. And when you're looking through 4 feet of ice through a 12-inch hole, and that fish swims by the ice, it looks like it's 32 feet long. Wow. It looks like the eyeball's the same.
Magnifying glass.
Yeah. So I'm screaming like a little girl, come on, we're going to have to chip the ice out. It was only like this big.
Oh,
but
no.
when it came through, I was so excited to catch a northern. I reached down there and I put my thumb in his mouth, man, and he just chewed up my whole hand, man. They have big old long teeth, like inch long teeth.
Yeah, that don't sound fun. But, it sounds cool though, like a fun experience.
But out in the ocean, you see stuff. You see sharks all the time, hammerheads and seals, and sometimes we'll be on a kelp patty and you gotta fight your fish away from the sea lions because.
Oh yeah, that's what they would do.
If you don't get it up fast enough, man, they'll eat your fish.
Yeah, as soon as you see because we would be out there for like 3 hours at a time, hoping really they're trying to catch shrimp. That's what they're trying to catch is shrimp, or they call it sierra out there. There's like silver fish. I don't know what they'd be called in English.
Camarones.
Camarones, that's shrimp.
Check it out.
Yeah,
check it out.
Yeah, it's fluent. Excuse me.
Fluent.
But that you see the sea lions and stuff. As soon as they start like hovering around your net, you assume one, you got fish. Cool, that's good. But then they start ruining it.
Right.
Because you have to go and after you're done fishing, you go out, you bring your banga out to a little area, and then you just start taking them out of the net, and then you put them in crates, and then you take them to the fish market and sell it immediately.
Really?
Yeah. So it was really cool, and it would be like an 8-hour trip, and I'd make like $50.
Really?
Yeah, it was quite interesting for sure. But it was a lot of fun.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it was interesting.
See, out in San Diego too, there's been times where you got to beat the hammerheads when you're reeling in a bluefin tuna, and they're 40, 50, 60 pounders, whatever. But I've seen a couple guys reel in just a head.
Oh, really?
They're reeling in their tuna, and they get it up, and there's a big old circle bite mark out of the fish, man.
What's the rule of thumb out there? Anything you catch, you can eat and take, or is it like they take a portion of it? Or
no, it's I think it's 6 tuna you can have, and you can have a Dorado. The boat has a boat limit, so
that makes
if
sense.
one guy catches 20 fish and 3 guys catch none, they kind of, all right, dude, you're only allowed to take 5, so we're going to give 5 years to this guy who didn't catch any. So,
cool.
Like I say, we make sure everybody on the boat goes home with fish. You know, people, I've given fish out all kinds of times. You know what I mean? So, because how much is too much? We've been out there, we're just murdered it and processing all that fish, taking it all home. It's like, I don't know that. I mean, I know that many people, but how do you get rid of that much? Give it out to people and process it and store it and stuff. I mean, hundreds of pounds of fillets of fish, and
it's a lot.
To me, there's nothing better than fresh tuna or fresh,
tuna's my favorite.
albacore or fresh Dorado. You know what I mean? Making tacos or whatever. My wife, she got good at making homemade sushi.
Oh, really?
We do sashimi and rolls, and she just dial it in, man. Get it down.
Heck yeah, I'm a big sushi
Shout
fan.
out to Kaylin.
So you have the 2 locations, right?
I got 3 in Mojave County.
3 in Mojave County.
I got Bullhead store where I'm always working, right next to the Safeway store. I got the Fort Mojave store, which was the old Bull and Alley. We just did a huge remodel job on it. And then my biggest store is in Kingman. So
who's the designer behind the remodel? Because it's really, really amazing. Anytime you drive by it stands out a lot.
Came up with Mike having an idea. All right, let's make it so it doesn't look like a bowling alley. So he contacted, I believe it was Selberg and Associates, to take his idea and come up with 5 drawings. And then literally, so once Mike had his 5 drawings, he came to me, all right, my family all voted on which one you like. Which one do you like, A, B, C, D, or E? All right, I want this one. All right, cool. So we did that with all of our families.
Cool.
And everybody kind of landed on that design.
Good. It's really nice. I like it.
It looks beautiful, man. It kind of spruced up the area a little bit.
The area, I was going to say, especially the area.
It looks nice. It doesn't look like a 50-year-old bowling alley building now.
No, I remember. I think I've only bowled there like twice.
I've drank in there quite a few times.
Oh, really?
I used to drink in there.
Heck
yes,
yeah.
Sir.
They had a skating ring that I used to go to church at off of.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Of Riverview.
Yeah, I used to go to that church.
Dude, when I was a kid, that was a skating rink.
Yeah, I got shunned actually because I was a little troublemaker, and I would have all the church kids like split into groups, and then we would play rock wars. So literally just piles of rock. Yeah. So eventually I ended up getting 86 from the church.
You got kicked out of a church?
Only at the church, the country, a few casinos.
Dude, you're a tough guy. We need to hang out more often, dude. With my background and your background, we could stir up some stuff in this town.
So they say, that salesmen are born. Do you think that you were born to sell ice to Eskimos, or do you think you acquired the skill set growing up, or do you think your salesmanship really transitioned when you just, it's all about giving?
I've always been a frontline person. In the casino business, I was a casino dealer. So I've always had customer service. My parents owned their own businesses when I was a kid. So I was talking to customers at 4 years old, counting change back to customers. You know what I mean? They had an RV center, so little parts and stuff. They'd let me work the tills. So I've always been a frontline customer. So I think I was born into it.
Cool.
And it's just over time and over learning from other people. Here's the deal. I'm never done learning. Never done learning anything. I love salespeople. A lot of people hate salespeople. A lot of people are afraid of salespeople. And it doesn't matter if you're selling handcuffs, Harleys, cars, furniture. People come in there and go, I have it happen at my store, and it really hurts me when I get this. Hi, welcome to Mattress Land. We're just looking. I go, okay, I feel like calling them out on it.
Yeah.
Go, you're allowed to look. I'm just being a pleasant human being and saying hello. I said we're just looking. And I go, oh, you must have came from the big box store down the street where they're on commission.
You must have been harassed.
Right. No one in my store is on commission.
Right.
So whether you buy $10,000 today or you go home with the free soda that I'm giving you, my employees are going home happy and they're going to be able to feed their family.
Absolutely.
I pay everybody. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's
excuse my hospitality.
Right. It's almost like that. And so because I'm a hyper emotional human being, I take stuff personal. You know, it's like, come on, man. All I'm trying to do is be nice. You know, I'm the guy that'll put the grocery cart back all the way in, even in the stupid store where I'm at over by Safeway where they don't have cart returns. I got to walk my cart all the way inside, but I do it every single time. I've never not done it.
I feel like you're absolutely right. I feel like a lot of people think the word salesman just goes with like liar and this and this
and
and
the
that.
70s car guys with the gold chains and hey, let me see your keys and throw them on the roof while you're test driving.
Things have transitioned. You know, we got the internet. We got so many different tools now.
You just said it. The internet. It's made everything equal.
Exactly.
Yeah, I know how much you're going to. That car I'm looking at, I know how much it's going for.
Yeah.
I know what fair market value is.
Absolutely.
And if I did enough research, I can find out what you paid for it.
And that's what happens.
Right.
Like, you know.
So in my store, it's the same thing because I carry Ashley furniture. Mm-hmm. I'm not an Ashley store, but I do carry Ashley furniture. I carry Flex Steel. I carry Southern Motion, Best Home, Lazy Boy. So I got 30 different vendors. If you want to know how much I pay for this thing, get on Google. Do
you have a break it, you buy it rule at your store?
Their arm is already off. All right?
Just kidding.
No arm fell off. They're all off. Jeez, you got a bunch of one-arm guys.
Yeah.
We also support the
They're
one-arm.
all the fugitive.
We also support the one-arm people.
The fugitive, David Janssen, they were one-armed bandits.
There you go. But people have that greasy car guy feeling. I'm like, dude, it's not about that. When we have a sales meeting, and usually it's Mike giving the sales meeting, which is funny because he's super uptight and super laser beamed, and he's a Terminator.
Right.
He is a Terminator. So he's not a frontline customer service employee. He's behind the works of everything. Okay, we need this. We need the He's that guy.
Strategizing.
Right.
Cool.
He's and there's not a better human being on the planet than him.
Good.
Props to my brother Mike. Hey, there.
Brother Mike, props.
So he's that guy. I'm the front line guy. I lost my train of thought where I was going with that. Or sales meetings. It's never like you need to be a better closer. You need to sell more. You need to do that. It's never that. It's hey man, tell me exactly where this can was made. Where'd they harvest the aluminum from? When's the expiration date? Mm-hmm. It's product knowledge.
Right.
So in me, I love salesmen. There's a recent thing, I forgot what it was, but I called somebody up to buy a smart home system for my house, the smart home. And I told the salesperson on the phone, hey, welcome to Vivint or whatever it is. I'm like, hey, I want to buy your product, but I'm not going to buy it until you sell it to me.
Right.
Well, sure, I'll write you up right now. No. I don't want a ticket writer. I want to be sold on it. I want you to reassure me that I'm buying the right reason and this is what I'm getting and I'm getting a fair deal. And I'm not trying to bang them on price or anything, but I just want to be sold.
Right, yeah, and today's market is all about product knowledge.
Right, I want to be sold on something. If I want to go buy a new gun, and I know what gun I want, but dang it, sell it to me. Make it okay in my heart to pull the trigger on it. Lack of
pun intended.
Pun intended, right. to make the purchase, because I know what I want. I have the money to buy it, but I want to make sure I'm getting a good deal. I make sure it's the right widget for me. I love salespeople, and I try to pick them up, not pick them apart, but steal nuggets off of them that I can take into my thing, man. It's I go back like Mike on one of his speeches goes, here's the deal. When Tiger Woods was winning the majors all the time, the day after the Masters, the day after he won the Masters, he's on a golf course with a swing instructor going over a swing.
Nonstop.
And he's the best in the planet.
Right.
So you're never done learning. There's never an end game like, okay, I'm just going to sit here and wait for customers because I'm the best in the world.
I feel like something in my brain triggered, like, it probably in the last 4 years where I've been really obsessed with learning. Like, it's a fun thing now to, like, learn from other people, learn what they do, learn
the Zig Ziglar techniques and stuff. Dude, there's so many books out there, man, about the process of sales, and it comes down for us, man. It's about relationship building, man.
Absolutely.
Because when somebody buys furniture, it's usually not a one and done.
Right.
They're going to come back, or they just bought their Tempur-Pedic from me, so they've trusted me with that kind of sale. So when it comes time for a chair or a couch, guess what? They're going to call me.
Yeah, and that's a guarantee, and that's what I feel like, because we prioritize, like, we don't worry about the negotiation. We worry about, like, the initial first impression, how we appear to the customer, making sure that they feel comfortable with us, and figuring out what they're trying to accomplish, what their wants and needs are. You know what I mean?
Needs, wants, and desires.
Yeah, so we're just trying to figure out what we need to do to accomplish what they want. Sometimes it's interesting when customers think that a good deal is only the numbers.
Right.
And they show up and the vehicle is like 100% opposite of what they even care to have.
Got roll-up windows. It's got an 8-track in there.
Yeah, so it's like...
But they got the price they wanted.
Exactly, and at that point, and it's like, of course, price is important, but just the transition that's happening with, I feel like, all retail markets, it's customer service oriented, period.
Have you noticed in your industry, back to when I was selling cars and stuff, when I worked for Nick Wiley, Copper Canyon Nissan and stuff like that, and Anderson, have you noticed that the B-back bus isn't what it used to be? Like, in the furniture business, it's a joke in the sales business. Oh, you got put on the B-back bus, because in the old days, no one ever came back. That was their excuse to get out of the dealership or out of the sales floor. Hey, we're going to be back. We're going to go grab a burger. I used to say, perfect, here, will you grab me a burrito when you're coming back, and put it in? They'd be like, okay, we're not coming back. That was just an excuse to get away from you. But nowadays, the B-back bus, I'm seeing more and more, it's not a B-back bus. People are doing their diligence. They're coming in once, and they're coming in again. Sometimes they'll come in 5 times before they pull the trigger.
I like that.
So there's never any pressure, and I tell my employees, I go, dude, they're going to come back. There's a couple reasons why. One is they like you. We have a clean, presentable store. They like the product. They can't find it any cheaper anywhere else. So let them go do their work. I'm okay with somebody walking out. I get people all the time, okay, I'm just going to walk out. You're going to. I understand, and I appreciate you doing your due service.
Being genuine, sir.
And I'll be here when you come back.
Absolutely.
And 9 out of 10 times they come back.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a cool thing.
It is, especially when you know that you're doing all the right things.
Exactly. You're doing the right thing for the right reason, and it's a cool thing to watch. Watch it unfold.
That's why I've liked working for this particular company, because they're community oriented, which I think I've said like 14 times. Community oriented is my choice of wording. But I just like their reason. We have a hold the rope concept for the store. That's our culture, is hold the rope, which is we all have to trust
Talk about
each
hold
other.
the rope. What's it mean? Give it to me.
Hold the rope means that if you're sitting there hanging from a cliff, who are you going to trust holding the rope on the other end? Who do you know is going to hold it until they bleed?
Well, I'm going to get Shane.
Yeah, well,
he's the tough guy.
Pull the rope.
He's going to go like this.
Yeah, it's not a pulley system.
Right, we're getting dibs. I got dibs on Shane.
Well, we got Rob and Chris. They're pretty big boys too.
Rob and Chris are big boys too.
But it's all about just trusting each other that we're going to do everything with integrity, and I don't have to worry. Like, for example, I have a team of 8 that I know right now they're working. I know that they're doing things, so I don't have to worry that they're not, because I know
they're
that
not all playing touch butt over there on their video games.
They're not listening to my conversation right now and like judging me or anything.
Yeah,
I hope not.
Yeah, they do. My team is.
That's good, man. It's always good publicity and bad publicity are all within the same at the end of the day. It's publicity.
But it's cool to be able to do what we do, man. Just to all the organizations in this town. You guys are everywhere, man, and I love it. And
yeah, it's fun.
It's cool to see Rob out at stuff. It's cool to see Shane out, you guys out. When you're out in the mix of stuff, and you guys got Jeff in here, and Jeff's a big asset for the videos.
It's been a blessing, and then we got this going and stuff, and then my 3 little broken piggies. But it's just been fun, It's been
3 little broken piggies.
We got a few more. Those guys are not broken. That's why I have them over there.
Give it a minute.
Yeah.
Dude, is that a Nintendo?
Yeah.
Awesome.
It's one of the, to be fair, it's one of those, as seen on TV, 658 video games in one.
Did it work at one time?
No, that's why I have it here.
Okay. I want to play Duck Hunt.
Yeah, absolutely. Is that the kind of video console?
Yeah.
The original Nintendo?
I had that one.
Cool.
I got a PS4 now.
Cool. Well, man, Joey, it's really been a pleasure. I don't know if you have a particular message you want to get out there.
Can I throw a shameless plug out there, man?
Anything.
It's just a deal that we're going with our Black Friday sale.
Heck yeah.
Because I'm not going to be here, but we open up early at all 3 stores. Instead of the 9 to 6, we're open from 7 a.m. to 6. We're going to be saving more money from that first hour from 7 to 8 and then 8 to 9 or whatever. So the earlier you get in there, the more money you save. And for the last 10 years, we've been doing this deal where you can win your money back.
Cool.
So it's a cool thing. We start at Labor Day and it runs through closing on Black Friday. And it's not like you're walking through the mall, hey, sign up to win this car and give us your email so we'll bug you for the rest of your life.
Right.
It's not that. We put your invoice number on a blank ticket, throw it in a drawing drum, and on Black Friday, one of the team's going to reach in there, pull out a ticket. We're going to call a customer and give them a full refund up to $10,000.
Wow. So it's a good time to buy.
It's a good thing. So if you got 2 stores to buy from and they're both the same price, but you have a chance to win your money back or nothing,
right.
Where are you going to go?
I would go here because of the experience.
Right. I'm going to try it. I'm going to say, hey, man, stupider stuff's happened, you know?
Yeah, absolutely.
On that one website where you can win a Lambo, I buy a wallet because I get 150 entries.
I bought in all these cryptos because I'm like, stupider things have happened, man. I hope you're going to get rich.
You got all the dumb ones, right?
Yeah. I got the personal invitation to SafeMoon.
How many SHIB do you have?
Nothing.
Shut up. You don't have none?
Not yet, no.
Not yet.
It's
Wait to
because
get
I'm only
higher?
on Robinhood.
You're going to buy high
I'm only
and
on
sell
Robinhood
low?
right now. So I got all my coworkers and stuff telling me.
So you don't have crypto, you got Robinhood.
Yeah, I got robbed in the hood pretty much. That's what happened.
Why don't you get into crypto and try it out?
Yeah, that's where I'm at right now. I'm selling my truck.
I seen your
actually.
one. I bought a Bitcoin. I'm like, no, you didn't. There's no way.
I go on Facebook. I go on Facebook and I'll post random things.
I just like all your comments on there. People, what? Yeah, I bought a Bitcoin. Just one Bitcoin. Funny Bitcoin story. I got a friend of mine. He was telling me about this weird new thing when it was $300 a coin. He bought 10 coins at $300 a coin. He's like, Joey, dude, you got to get this thing. And I couldn't wrap my little pea brain around. Okay, so it's a pretend money that you never get to hold, and it sits somewhere in a computer.
But you want my real money.
Yeah, I got to give you my hard-earned money for a pretend money. For what? So I passed on it. And that was one of the things where you look back and go, aww.
But I feel like there's so many things going on now that in the future, there are things going on now. It's just the whole.
You know what it's going to be in 5 years? That some idiots are going to be sitting here having this conversation. You remember when those NFTs came out and everybody was laughing? Exactly. I cannot wrap my mind around them. I can't mentally. I just don't have the energy or anything to try to. What are they talking about? You have digital picture that you own.
Right. I just learned how Bitcoin works.
With the matrix numbers in there, so it says you own it. I can't wrap my mind, but people are making money on it.
Yeah.
People are making money.
So I want to go where the money is for sure.
Dude, always.
Cool, man. Always. Well, it was a pleasure speaking with you, man.
It's always a pleasure, man.
I appreciate your friendship.
I would love to be on anytime you have me, or anytime you guys got stuff going on that Mattress Land and Furniture can be a part of. We'd love to do it with you. You know, it's just I love crossbreeding the different companies and stuff like that. We had fun with the Father's Day chairs and
everything's
stuff like
been really
that,
fun.
man. So
that's why I was excited that you're about it. I was like, yes.
Dude, I'm all of anything like this. I love reaching out to the community, tell them about what we do and how we do it, man. So
cool.
Thank you again very much.
My pleasure, bro.
Jeff and all the family out there, thank you guys. Have a happy Thanksgiving, happy holidays. Merry Christmas to everybody. Saying it right.
Merry Christmas, happy holidays.
Yeah.
Later, guys.